Louder!
And it's time for the Gore N More podcast.
Gonna have a good time.
Gonna have a good time.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A ball break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll be the sweet soul there. I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A ball break, running in the sand, feeling alright.
And what is up, Gorehounds? Welcome to the Gore N More podcast. I am your not-so-mean fluff Master Supreme, Mr. Big Johnny D, bringing it in as always. However, I do not bring this shit show in alone. For with me as always, let's see what I got fucking today.
Write it down.
The seductive slayers of Salem.
You need to write a list, buddy.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
That's right. We're very seductive.
That works.
I don't know. I mean, I do like doing the list sometimes. At the same time, sometimes I pop them off at the fly. So it's like, it works. But
You're popping your fly?
Yeah, buddy.
I'm wearing sweats right now, so there is no fly. It's all easy access, baby. But we're going to go right around this clock. Yeah, we're comfy today. We're going to go around this clock, starting with the killing machine himself, Mr. Bobby Amone.
Howdy, fuckers.
Yeah. The host with the ghost El Scuba Cabra, Mr. Steven Vasquez.
What's up, baby?
And the Dark Lord of Knowledge himself, that Chad Daddy, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
Sunday.
For you audio listeners, I'm going to tell you right now, go to our website, projectlouder.net, hit that sweet merch tab, and check out what we got. We got a selection of shirts. We got our normal bloody VHS. We have our Dean Cundy that is being modeled by our beautiful Chad right now. We also have some awesome other shirts on there, such as Vinegar Strokes, one of my personal favorites. But yeah, go check that shit out. Hit the link. But fuck all that. Today is January 24th, 2022, and we are here to talk about a doozy of an episode. But first, as always, we're going to hit it with a little bit of reality. So, Scuba, if you could please.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your Slice
Thank you, buddy. Bobby, you want to start us off?
Sure. Well, last week was pretty much nothing but a work week. I had to work this Saturday morning, which just sucks in general. And then it was pretty much just chill out. Was with family Saturday, and then we were watching the football games all weekend. So there really wasn't too much horror going on other than that shit game we got Saturday night. That's for fucking sure. That's a whole nother podcast. But that's it. It was a relaxing weekend. It was well needed. And then I got to watch this long ass movie, but still a nice old classic. And that's what we're going to discuss today. Mr. Scuba, below me. Tell me about it.
I will not blow Wow. you, sir. Wow.
We
Not
are
unless
friends,
you ask
but we
nicely.
are. All right, you got to buy him a drink first.
I mean, I was gonna take you to dinner and buy you a steak meal and give you roses.
Okay, well then
There you go.
maybe we're
That's
talking. Maybe
much
we're talking.
better.
And I was gonna take you to the strip club after.
Oh man. I don't know. I still don't know if I can handle the meat mountain that way. I don't know. But I had a work week last week, and then Thursday, we got an email at work that said, "Hey guys, guess what? There's this really, really big cold front coming through, and the roads are going to ice over, and it's going to be crazy chaos. So you guys can go ahead and come into work 2 hours later." And I said, "All right, rock on." So we got a 2-hour delay. The weather did not get horrible like they said. We got down to a nice, crisp 34 degrees. Went to work on Friday, worked Friday night at the bar, Saturday night at the bar, had a blast. Yesterday, I vegged out, saw my grandma for a little bit, went to go hang out with her, took her some tacos, and just sat there and listened to her tell me the same story she always tells me. But I love listening to them.
Grandma did.
Attaboy. Yeah, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Because who's going to carry on the history? Me. So I got to know this stuff.
There you go.
Came home.
Steve.
Yeah, exactly. One day. But came home.
What do you mean one day?
All day.
You already mentioned it, dude, like months ago.
Shut up. It wasn't supposed to be out loud. Remember, I said it was a secret.
No, I don't.
Did it? You don't remember? Well, shut up. Anyways. Yes. Next month. Next.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Silent class.
and it's a girl. So
All
there's
right.
that. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Hey.
but came home yesterday after hanging out with my grandma, did a little bit of laundry. Then I started watching Salem's Lot, 3-hour long movie. And while
Don't
I'm
seem
doing
so enthused, Steve.
no.
Jesus,
no. No.
Oh my God.
It has nothing to do with the movie. I was exhausted, so I'm laying down watching this movie, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I grabbed the one load of laundry out, but did I put the jeans to dry? Did I put the jeans to dry? There's no way I didn't start the dryer. There's none. No way I didn't start the dryer. Movie ends, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to bed. I wake up this morning, walk, all happy to the washing or the dryer to get my jeans out. Yeah, I didn't start the dryer. So luckily I had
terrible.
one, and we can't wear jeans to work anymore. Like when we had our old principal, she didn't care. She would let us wear jeans all week. But the new principal only allows us to wear jeans on Friday. So I had no dress pants at all.
Oh no.
Started day. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I found one pair that fit a little bit more snug than they should. I felt like what's his name in Superbad when he puts on the dad's pants? Jonah Hill in Superbad.
Yes.
That was me today in really, really tight pants. Yes. So needless to say, my ass needs to get back into the gym. But that was it, and now I'm here with my boys, Chad Daddy. Let's do it.
Give us your rundown.
Man, it was pretty calm
Are we losing Chad?
that week. Yeah, we got hammered with a snowstorm at the beginning of
Chad, you're stroking
God
on us
damn
a
it.
little bit, bud. You're in the
Stroking a
green.
That's
What
weird.
the fuck?
Yeah, I don't understand what the hell's. We're having a snowstorm right now, so that could be interfering with things.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, because I'm hardwired in, so that I might just be the internet in the area crapping
It just
out.
might be everything. Everybody's on the internet right now because
Yep,
they're all
pretty
in the
much.
house.
Yes.
That could be.
That's
Like I
right.
said, I'm hardwired in, so that really shouldn't matter much.
You're hard, huh?
He's
Ooh,
hard.
I am. I'm hard. Like Bobby's Viagra jokes earlier.
But don't bum. They were great.
Yeah.
But yeah, continuing, not much, just a regular work week. And then this weekend, just kind of sat back, relaxed with the wife and the kids. We finally, after all the time living here, finally got a chance. Okay, so the only time that we get to move the big stuff into this house is on the weekends.
Okay.
And like immediately after the first 2 weekends after we moved in, it poured rain every Saturday. So we couldn't grab our couch. Then Christmas, New Year's, in-laws were on vacation, and we were all sick as fuck. So this past weekend was literally the first chance that we got to grab the couch from the old place. So we're like, fuck it, we're doing it. So my father-in-law brought his truck down. We got the couch. We got the big TV. We got my arcades are finally here. My arcade games are all set up. We're also that fucking finally happened. I'm so happy. I'm so ecstatic. And of course, the cat's even happier than I am because she loves sitting on the goddamn arcade games.
Party at Chad's house next weekend.
Hell yeah.
right.
Absolutely. And the funny thing is, like, right as soon as we set the TV up and sat on the couch, looked at it, my wife looks at it and goes, a 70-inch would look a lot better there. I'm like, fucking right it would.
God damn, dude. Look at her coming in clutch.
Yeah,
Oh, God,
look
yeah.
at
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That's
She's
a clutch move.
Oh, dude, she spoils me. But yeah, aside from that, this weekend, Saturday, she went and hung out with her friend Crystal. So it was me and the kids here. And I had planned on at the very least, watching Weird Science and Flash Gordon.
Science.
2 of my favorite movies, right? So I got through.
Great
through Weird
soundtracks
Science.
on both. Can I just say that, dude? Like,
Definitely,
do.
definitely. So I got through Weird Science, no problem. And then right after that, I'm starting to do this. And Harper, my youngest daughter, just would not leave me alone. Every 10 minutes, even while I'm watching Weird Science, she just would not leave me alone. And she's demanding I, play with her and do puzzles with her. She came in wanted to do puzzles. I kid you not, it took an hour.
Oh, wow.
It took us an hour to do puzzles. By the time she finally decided to just leave me alone, it was like 11 o'clock. I'm like, I'm not going to watch Flash Gordon now. I'm going to fall asleep if I do. So I just sat down and started playing some Grand Theft Auto, and then I don't even think it was an hour. Steph came home. She was home pretty early usually when she's out hanging with her friends, she's there till like 2 a.m. They're, just hanging out, playing cards, talking. But she was home early, and
Nothing
then,
wrong with
just
that.
went to bed. Yeah, and then, Sunday, did a little cleaning, did a little shoveling outside, and watched this long movie. And I gotta say, it took me longer than 3 hours to watch it because of all the kids interfering, everything. I had to pause it. Yeah. I liked it, but it needed to be a shorter movie.
Definitely.
Fair.
We'll discuss
fair.
Yeah, but
We'll discuss that. Okay, so Big Johnny D, how about you, brother, up there?
I did not do fucking shit. And I'm straight up honest with you.
I love that answer.
Yeah.
I went right to work. I came home. I did go. All right. So we did get to go see my mom this weekend. We missed her birthday because we were all fucking hit with COVID. So obviously they were like, yeah, fuck you guys. You can stay the hell away over there. So yeah, we finally went over, gave her a gift and everything last night and got to hang out with them a little bit. Did go to the steakhouse. Not a real steakhouse. It was Texas Roadhouse, but fuck it. I don't give a shit.
It's a real steakhouse.
Well, it's a real steakhouse.
Hey, listen, I know there's elitists out there be like, it's like, fuck off, dude. I'd rather go there than go there than Longhorn. Was it the Longhorn Steakhouse or whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
That place.
Yeah.
That place tries to be fancy, but they just fucking suck, dude. Like,
I'm not a big fan of theirs either.
no, way too expensive and too little portions. Texas Roadhouse is like, dude, yeah, we're gonna make you fat. Fuck you.
See, I don't know what one you going to, but all right.
That's why everything's bigger in Texas.
Longhorn is trying to be like pinky in the air bullshit, dude. Texas is just like, yo, you want more butter on them rolls? Here.
Right?
Like they
Here's a tub of cinnamon butter for you.
So
Have at it.
I did have the contemplation. I obviously talked to you gentlemen. I ended up going with the country fried steak because the wife went with it and I was like, it sounds pretty good. And funny enough, because I was almost gonna, even though I'm not a prime rib guy like you guys were telling me to get, they were out of it anyways because I heard the guy next to me asked for it and they were like, yeah, we've been out of it for 2 hours now. And I was like, oh shit, can't even get it anyways. So Santa Fe Steakhouse. I don't know.
I've never heard of that. I've never
Snacks and knick-knacks.
Also, shout out to Janie.
Yeah,
buddies.
Yes, Janie's been joining.
Talk to me short, Janie. Jesus.
For some reason, she thinks I'm a saint, and I don't know why.
What?
And apparently, I'm a fucking sweetheart.
Well, you are.
Hey, there's
Shut
a
up,
buddy
don't
Tim.
tell her that.
Tim's on here. What's
There's a buddy Tim. Tim actually used to be on our old
Dooback.
Do Back discussion.
Oh, nice.
Dooby-doob.
Yeah, Tim's my buddy. We work together.
All right. But let's wrap this shit up. Other than that, did some gaming this weekend, played a bunch of Halo. They had a new event. It was super fun. Everything was called Electric Bubblegum Pink that you got for it. So, of course, I'm fucking bedazzled out.
Nice.
That bullshit. And almost maxed out on my season pass. So we'll see if I keep playing. I'm sure I will. Yeah, I was like, dude, everybody's like, my buddies are like, what are you at? They're like, I'm at 30. I'm like, 98. They're like, what? And I'm like, dude, I haven't even been grinding that hard. I got other buddies that have been maxed out for a while. And I'm like, yo, dude, I didn't want to kill it that fast, but sadly I'm here. So, but like I said, I've been playing Outriders and shit like that. And, some Legend of Zelda on the Switch, dude, which has been very nice for some, old school top down bullshit. But enough of that. Let's do what we're here to do. And that is talk about this movie. Bobby, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about 1979's Salem's Lot. Hold on one second, because I kind of fucked up. I don't have my notes up yet.
All right, man. Welcome to the shit show.
Ladies and gentlemen, this show is live and brought to you
By the way, I would like to add to the how long this movie was. It was so long. I was so beat after watching it. I completely forgot to do the show notes and had to message Scoops to ask him to do them.
Right? It literally kicked the shit out of Chad.
This movie was longer than Bobby's cock.
That's a
Ooh,
very fair assessment. A very fair assessment. And so
maybe
now,
longer, but not thicker.
There you go.
that's-
There you go.
Yeah, it didn't really have the substances.
And definitely not as spicy.
No.
Ooh.
how would you know?
I mean, Toby does a good
There's
job.
only one person that really knows. and-
Do I need to bring up the pics?
Anyway, we are talking about 1979's Salem's Lot, released November 17th, 1979. Intent on writing a book on the notorious Marston House, an old rumor-filled property atop an alleged haunted hilltop, the successful novelist Ben Mears returns to his peaceful hometown of Salem's Lot, Maine, after years of absence. There, Mears discovers that a pair of new tenants already reside in the sinister house. The eerily cryptic newcomer, Richard Straker, and his elusive business partner, Kurt Barlow. It's a hell of a name, I gotta say.
That just screams vampire.
Yeah.
It does.
Right?
An occurrence that coincides with an unaccountable disappearances and a spate of unusual deaths. Before long, the worried townsfolk start pointing the finger at the newly arrived Mears, as well as Straker and Barlow, who now have become the main suspects in a peculiar and thorny case. Who is behind the veil of terror that shrouds Salem's lot?
Dun, dun, dun. Thank you very much, Bob.
Oh, you're very
Nice.
nice.
You want to take it away, buddy?
All right, directed by Toby Hooper, who also did the Funhouse Life Force Invaders from Mars.
Forgetting
And yes, I purposely left out
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre
I
because
was going to say, was there some
He's
other
one
ones
that
that we've done? Yeah.
That's his most well known.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, come on. Everybody knows that one. Written by Paul Monash, who did the screenplay, also did the Safecracker, Touch of Evil, Playhouse 90, 3 episodes. These are all old shows from like the 50s and 40s.
Fair
So
enough.
dude, that's shit that we've never heard of.
This is an
Right.
older cast if you look at all
Yeah.
the shit
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
they've been in. Whoo,
Much
way
older.
before our times.
Also written by Stephen King. Stephen fucking King. Come on now. I don't
we
need to
don't
say
know
what he's
that
done.
one,
You
you
should
know.
know.
Come on.
Produced by Richard Corbitz. I could not find
Cobritz.
anything that this
Oh, I
man
thought it
did
was.
other than produce this.
I've heard of him before, but it's. Yeah,
Does he have an IMDb?
I did not find him. I
I'll
could
look
not
at that
find him.
now.
I was going to say, I'm going to go right now. Keep going.
Starring David Soul from Starsky and Hutch, Here Comes the Bride, and Magnum Force as Ben Mears. James Mason, The Seventh Veil, Wicked Lady, as Richard Straker. Lance Kerwin from James at 15, which was a TV show. The Loneliest Runner, as Mark Petrie. Bonnie Bedelia from Gypsy Moth, They Shoot Horses, Don't They? As Susan Norton. Lou Ayres, All Quiet on the Western Front, all 9 Dr. Kildare films, as Jason Burke. Reggie Nalder, Roxy and the Wonder Team, Bluebeard, as Kurt Barlow.
So just going to with Richard Kobritz, he actually produced Christine.
And,
Oh, shit,
nice.
nice,
that we've
nice,
done.
nice.
and he
Yeah, I don't
also
know why I
did,
didn't pop up when I was looking for it.
yeah, and he also did one of TV movies, also by Carpenter. Someone's Watching Me, which was his first.
Yeah, he's
nice.
and I've also heard of Alien Nation. I believe I watched that a little bit.
The movie or the TV series?
It might be the movie. Oh, it's the movie. It's 1988.
Nice.
All right.
Nice. That was a
All
good
right.
movie.
So yeah, he's done a few of them. All right. Anyways, gentlemen, where were we at?
We are on music by
Yeah, we
Chad
are.
Chad Daddy. Who we
yeah,
got,
so
buddy?
music by Howard Suchman, who did The Gog, Riders of the Stars,
Suckman.
and I am not saying it's Suckman. He is Suchman.
Come on, it's right
It's
there.
Suckman. It's Suckman.
That dude.
Suck.
Yeah.
Suck.
That dude fucking grew up a terrible life in fucking school, man. With
You
that last
suck,
name.
man.
Right? Oh,
Okay.
it's too easy. Anyway,
Okay, cinematography by Jules Brenner. We have no info on Jules Brenner. Edited by Carol Sachs. No info on Carol Sachs. Boy, these people did not seem to do much besides this. But then again, it was the 70s. It was television. You know, you get what you take. Distributed by Warner Brothers Television Distribution. A runtime of 183 minutes. It's a long-ass movie because it was originally a 2-part miniseries. Actually, has an MPAA rating of PG. Budget of $4 million grossed. It was made for TV, so...
No, sir. You say it the way I wrote it, sir.
It's made for TV, so who knows?
No. Budget. You read the budget how I wrote it, sir.
$4 million.
Poor Millie.
Chad's like, fuck you all, dude.
Fuck you, Joe.
Oh, Joe Gallo is in the audience.
Oh, shit, Joe Gallo.
And
Shout
hello,
out to-
Ricardo Lopez.
Shout out to my
Welcome
cousin
to the
Ricardo. What's up?
Yes.
Yep.
I gotta say, I miss Joe. Like, I haven't had that banner back and forth with him for a long time.
Good shit.
Real quick, Mr. Joe Gallo will be joining me on Machine Shop next week.
Oh, nice.
Oh, dope.
Sexy.
Joe, I just want to do a little segue. Joe is actually the person who inspired me to start doing my Jason cosplays. I had seen some of his photo shoots, and I was like, you know what? I could do that. That's where.
Yes, you can.
That's why I started cosplaying
yeah,
as
dude.
Jason.
Very nice.
Actually, that's the exact reason I was started cosplaying as Jason, because I live near the fucker, and he's been doing it since I think 2013 is when I first saw him starting to really try to do shit.
Yeah.
And then that's when I was doing Ghostbuster stuff though, so I was riding that train for the longest time. I'm You know how it is, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you do a cosplay for long enough that you love, but at the same time, you're like, but there's other ones out there.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Joe, you're getting a lot of good things right now.
right?
Yeah, I gotta
I'm
say,
gonna
Jane.
get- I'm
I'm
gonna
sure
get
he's
you
touching
next week.
himself, dude, by all
I
means.
I gotta say, Janie is killing me with her comments over here. This is hilarious.
Oh, dude.
She's trying. Yeah.
Ah, fuck it, eh? All right. So we are on general discussion for this movie. You know what?
It was
It's a
long.
question- It's a
That's
question
what
that
she
I
said.
always
That's what she
ask.
said.
Yes. It's a question I always ask. We don't have it typed in our show notes, but I feel like it's just one I always like. Gentlemen, is this your first preview of this movie or no?
No,
Yes,
it's not.
First time I've seen it.
No.
First time for me as well.
First
so
time for me. Yeah.
Bobby just popped 3 cherries. Congratulations, Bob.
Hey, it's not the first time. What?
And it won't be the
Hey.
last.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this movie was
Janie, take it easy. We don't love you more than Gallo.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
Gallo got us started here. Let's take it easy there. Sorry,
This,
continue, Gallo.
this movie was a slow burn, dude.
It was.
When I say
It is.
slow,
The
there's
first
like
half.
there's like 5 O's in that slow part.
No.
Yeah, pretty much the first half, almost nothing happened.
Dude, it's all set up, which you
Mhm.
could easily like take all that shit and cram it in like 15 minutes. Just saying, maybe.
But-
20.
Yeah, maximum.
Mini series.
I know,
So-
I know.
I know that's
You know,
you gotta prolong it at that point.
now
But that-
had I watched half of it on Saturday and then the second half, maybe that would have been okay. But sitting there for 3 hours, definite super extreme fucking fire in the crotch slow burn.
But that
Like-
second half does go balls to the wall.
The second
does.
half
Yeah,
is
once-
very redeeming.
once it picks up, it does keep going pretty damn good. You can
Yes.
safely say that.
So, that being said, like you guys have mentioned, when watching this movie, you definitely have to take in the fact that it is A, made for TV, B, a miniseries.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
dude, like, I really wish they would recut this shit.
Well,
Recut
apparently
get it.
there is a cut. There is a
There is.
it. Really?
Yeah, it was released in theaters over in like Europe, I believe. It was
Yeah,
recut.
in Europe.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, that was done.
Yeah.
It was done. I don't know how many years later, but yeah, they did do it.
How long did it? And do you guys know how long it ended up?
Oh, God,
That I couldn't tell you.
No.
Wait,
You guys said,
I
Chad
think
said earlier, 2 hours. I feel like 2 hours is a solid. Like that's all it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
You could take out a lot of that shit with the whole like cheating around in the beginning. I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of it's great, dude, because I love the whole anything with Fred Willard. Yeah, you
Hey,
sold me, right?
Fred Willard
Like,
in fucking tiny shorts. Come
tiny
on.
red satin
Tiny red
shorts,
satin
dude.
shorts.
Like, that is a fun. Dude. I mean, if he doesn't get most, attractive character, it's going to be a hard. Yeah, it was. I wanted to like it a lot more than I did because there were a lot of cool stuff in it that I could take out. Like the vampires, loved them. I
Yes.
loved their eyes, dude. I loved the
Dude,
context
those were
that
some
they did in it.
Those were some frightening looking vampires.
Fucking
I'm
A,
not
dude.
gonna
Those are
lie.
When that-
freaky ass eyes, man.
When the fucking kids or the kid vampires floating in the fucking window with just that smile on his face and his eyes glowing, I was like, what the fuck?
All right. So we have, I'm glad you brought that up, Scoops, because we talked this pre-show, but I'm going to bring it up anyways. This movie has been, how do we want to say this, Chad?
An influence?
Homaged? Oh,
Yeah.
To many other vampire movies, dude. And the
Yeah,
first one
we picked 3 scenes directly. Go ahead.
correct. So the one Scoops just brought up,
Lost
floating
Boys.
at the window. Nope.
Which one?
Buffy. Also Lost Boys, but Buffy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because when he's like, "Hey, Pike, let me
Yeah.
in," he's
Yeah,
like, "Dude,
let me
you're
in,
fucking
Pike."
floating."
Yeah.
I love that line.
It's so good. What else did we say? We said Lost Boys. You said
Lost Boys. Yeah, when the dude gets impaled on the antlers.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what was our third one?
Fright Night. When
Yes.
Straker's walking down the stairs and they're shooting him and he doesn't stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Wow. I didn't even think about that when I was watching it yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah,
I caught it immediately. I'm like, oh, that's just like Fright Night.
So you know what? Credit where credit is due, man. This movie has influenced quite a bit in the genre for vampires.
And can we just
so-
talk about the cool, simple cover for this fucking film?
Mhm.
Like,
yeah,
It's easily
dude.
one of the
simple,
best
it's
covers.
simple artwork, and it's such a creepy fucking cover, and it's just
Yep.
so simple. It's just the house with fucking Barlow behind him. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
man,
and
and
it's so fucking
And you
iconic.
just see his eyes. That's it.
I have the DVD, but it's downstairs. I could show it to everyone.
Real quick, I don't know if Chad has this in his notes, but since we already said it, so there are 4 versions of this.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
damn, dude.
So there's the original CBS broadcast version, which was a total of 200 minutes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Now that's including the commercials and shit when they did it. And then they did the rebroadcast version a year later. They've changed very little, but they did. So there is the theatrical version. It was released in Europe. Normal theatrical versions have to be 90 minutes, so I'm willing to bet they had to have cut out very much to make it close to that.
Mhm.
And then the DVD and Blu-ray version, which probably has the theatrical and I would assume the original broadcast version.
You know, I'd be interested in watching the theatrical cut just to see if
Yes.
it gives the movie like a different feel. You know?
I'm sure it does, dude, because like you could literally take that whole first half and cram that in 20 minutes and then just give you the
easily.
second half.
Like you don't even need the whole the dude's wife cheating on him. That
You don't need
completely
it,
irrelevant.
but- Yeah.
The
It was a
only
nice-
reason. Well, I think the only reason you needed it is because he was the body that showed up at the lake that pulled them all into the shit. Right.
All right,
Like, I feel like
all
that
right.
was the only tie.
So here's real quick.
Okay, I get it.
Here-
Yeah.
Here's how much they cut out for that theatrical version now.
Okay.
So the original version's about 184 minutes, 200 minutes.
Mhm.
They cut down for theatrical release in Europe to 112 minutes.
Wow.
That's a lot.
So they took
I
out about an hour.
Really like to watch that cut.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Interesting.
that's
All
a
right.
lot.
Thank you for that, Bob.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Okay, so like I already said, Vampire Eyes look great. Master Vampire, awesome because
Love
going
it.
back with the whole Nosferatu feel,
Yep.
that's
Yep.
cool. Like you don't really see that a lot.
No, you don't.
It's
The only thing I didn't like was his teeth. I didn't
that's
like
Nosferatu
yeah.
though, man.
I
He's
know,
got-
but yeah,
I
but no.
know.
But
I know it is. It was just too. I don't know. It's just.
No. His teeth did look. They even looked a little too fake here.
Yeah.
That's
You
fine.
could tell. I mean, I love the look, but you could tell they look like they were just
But the way-
plastic.
Keep in mind the way they point inward. That's more true to an actual vampire bat too.
True.
True.
You know,
Yeah,
and
that's
and
true.
there was a scene where they were in the kitchen and he lifts his hands and all of him's painted gray except for the bottom of his hands. You could see like
you
the
could
paint
see
came
it.
off his
I
hands.
saw
I was like,
that.
no. I was like, no.
I saw that.
Fuck you, made for TV movie.
They probably were thinking we did it fast enough. Nobody will notice.
Nobody's gonna know.
40 years later.
So, and the other thing with made for TV, unfortunately, like the one thing I got to rag on is like the super slow like neck bites. I don't know why they're almost like hilarious to me because how slow they are. Right, dude. When the kid's biting the dude in the grave,
Yes.
he's just like, "Hold on, man. Let me hold this for you."
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
And let's get in there.
Or even the bite at the end that was supposed to be this fucking dramatic thing was
Uh-huh.
super slow, and I'm like, okay, he's gonna fucking stake her. He has to fucking stake
Yeah,
her.
that was
Okay,
obvious.
You know, but it was so slow. Even the staking was so fucking slow. I was like,
Yeah.
come on.
Not when he was staking. What's his name though, dude? He was beating the shit.
Oh, no, he
out
was
of that
beating the shit
steak,
out of
dude.
him,
That was
yeah.
awesome. Joe, I don't know why you're apologizing because, well, I mean, he knows he's going to do it anyways, probably.
But he's taking his time.
Yeah, right.
He's gonna start with a slow nibble.
Yeah. He didn't say
I need a
which
photo
neck,
shoot.
though.
I need a photo shoot of you and of Joe, and Joe can be Barlow. And I want that slow bite and like picture for picture.
Dude, him and I need, now that he's got his fucking Freddy, like, we haven't done our Freddy versus Jason shoot yet.
Woo!
I know we need to do it, but it's got to be like, I want to find the best location for it.
Look,
You know what I mean? Like,
I want to be in that, and I will wear low-rise jeans and a white shirt, and I'll be Lori.
all right.
Yeah,
Yes.
the wig on me.
Don't promise if you can't deliver.
Oh,
Right.
That better
I will
happen.
fly myself in.
Yeah, that's right. It's the chunky versions. It's the upstate New York versions of Freddy versus Jason. We're a little warmer because it's cold.
You're versus Jason at Steel City Con. That picture they posted where you're just standing in the doorway watching the costume.
yeah, because my dipshit ass isn't even realizing they're fucking filming the whole line. Because I'm just like, hey, I just want to watch the contest because I like cosplay.
I
And,
fucking died when I saw that picture.
Yeah, it almost feels like I'm just saying fuck you to the camera at that.
Pretty much. That's what it sounds like then.
I didn't mean that by any means. I was just more in luster because I got away from the table, so I was just taking everybody's cosplay in from like 2 fucking quarter-size holes.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Well,
With the sweat literally dripping out from
It's
under your
just
mask.
dripping down your face
was.
like a
It
cat.
was.
Get off. Can't
Chad,
get off.
Chad saw me when I was at the table, and then
Yeah,
when I
he's just
came
standing
back,
there
he's like,
talking,
"Wow, your shirt's a lot darker now." I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's a little wet, dude."
He's standing there talking to us, and there's literally sweat dripping from under his hockey mask.
Oh, dude, it's yeah. Bobby knows. It's fucking.
Oh,
So it's
listen.
a Scoob, dude.
I have a shoot coming up in February with Janie, and I guarantee you it's cold. I'll still be sweating like it's summertime.
Oh yeah, dude. That's just a lot.
It happens. It's terrible.
Your face does not breathe in latex. It just
No, at all.
Nope.
So the first time I ever did a fucking photo shoot as Jason, I got all suited up and fucking we're in the woods and, running through trails and shit. I almost had a fucking heat stroke because, of course, my dumbass has never fucking done this shit. And it's 115 degrees outside.
Been there, done that too.
I took my hood off and sweat just poured out. And I'm sitting there. I start seeing stars and shit. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to die. This is how I die. But that
gotta
wasn't the way to
have
go.
water with you, bro. Gotta have water.
I did.
All right. Oh man. All right. So, is there anything else you guys want to bring up? While we're okay, I should say, unfortunately, we do not have Brody this week.
Yeah,
Brody, nothing bad. He's actually been enjoying himself quite a bit this week. He's got to see a lot of family members he hasn't seen in a while. I guess some weddings, some parties happen. I'm guessing the Saucy Aussie has been sauced probably for the week.
Oh, yeah.
We'll find that out next week.
Yeah, so we apologize. We apologize. We got no snip.
No, we
Yeah,
don't. But
I hope to God we get hungover Brody next week.
Oh,
if he's still hungover next week, dude, like that.
No. See, if he doesn't show up next week, if he shows up next week and does not say he was sauced, I'm not listening to his clip. Fuck your clip.
Dude.
Fuck your clip, bro. Do you see this? Fuck your clip. If you're not sauced or you don't tell me you were sauced,
If
it
he
ain't
took-
worth it.
if
you
he
know
took
Brody's
any
busy
video,
because he's not here, dude. Like he's.
if
doing
you
some
took
good
any
shit.
videos of drunk Brody, I need like clips that we can play before he does his.
Yeah, any Brody's friends that listening by chance, we just need to tag that motherfucker in it so we can.
Yes, please, so we can clip them all together.
Send it to us. We'll pay
Oh,
you.
fucking it. But anyways, so discussion. I mean, first time viewing. I feel like you guys too. This was a horror bucket list that I feel like needed to happen.
Yes,
Oh, yes.
exactly. Yeah,
Especially for you guys, since you three have this. I've watched it a few times. It was
really hard for me to stay focused on this movie.
Same.
And
Especially the first
yeah.
half. Like I was, I started strong, but then I'd pick up my phone
Same.
or I'd do something else,
Bro,
or I'd get
it
up
was
and
so
go
hard.
I'd get up and go do this, go do that, come back, and I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, well, fucking nothing's happened. Let me rewind. And I mean, it was very. And I'm just saying, this is just me. It was just very hard for me to stay focused watching this movie.
Mhm.
I just was not interested at first, and it took a long time for me to finally stay focused on the movie.
You know what
I
really
agree.
started piquing my interest is when the kid finally, like, when the first kid vampire came to the window, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
some shit's happening.
Yeah.
What do we got
Yeah.
going on here?" And you drew my attention in there, kind of lost it a little bit, brought it back. Like, you know,
Yeah.
what I mean?
I will say this, and I do like this movie, but it totally has its moment. It definitely draws you in, loses you, but the minute it loses you, it finds that little thing that's like, oh wait, what? Like you get that little bit more of a peak interest again. And you're just like, oh, God damn it, Joe, watch the fucking movie. Anyway, but yeah, no, it
Or just
has
listen
those
to this
moments
podcast.
too. But the moment it gets to that third act, then it really kicks up.
Fuck yeah, dude. No, you are 100% right. And it's cool that it actually does the whole like prequel to the ending in the beginning. So you're just
Yeah.
like, hey, who are those dirty blonde motherfuckers from the beginning? Like, I was
you're like, what the fuck? And then finally everything comes full circle and you're like, oh, okay.
It's them.
Unfortunately, having read the book, I knew exactly who they were.
Yeah,
No, that's fine.
I read it too. All right, so then, Chad, how much would you say? I read the book as well. This derived from the book.
I know it derived a lot, but you got to think it's been 20 plus years since I've read the book, bro. Probably longer.
Fair enough. It's been a bit since I read it too, so that's why I was like, oh, let's see how far. Yeah, so I gotta reread it now since it's fresh in my head and be like, okay, how far off did it really go?
So,
Like, I know the biggest
guess
change was
here?
Barlow himself.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah, he actually talks in the book.
Oh, interesting.
There's a million reasons why they didn't want that here.
Because he
They didn't need it, dude. I just
with the prosthetic thing. I've come to suck your blood. Listen to me.
Oh god, could you imagine the scene where he like pops up out of the coffin, but he's like he's like, hey, like really
here, guys.
stereotypically gay.
Hey, how
Yes.
you doing, guys?
You know what? I'd watch it. Fuck it, dude.
I'm
That
here
would
to
be
suck.
fucking
I'm here to suck
That'd be
some
fucking funny as shit.
blood.
Oh man.
I think we watched the wrong version of Salem's Lot.
That's Sailor's Lot. That's Sailor's Lot. Oh,
Onward.
yeah.
Oh shit!
So, I mean, is there anything else you guys would want to bring up about this movie? We said it's a slow burn. We love the direction of the vampires itself.
No, we already
Second half's great.
but we did a pretty good job discussing it.
Yeah.
I think we,
But you know, I just want to throw like how you said it is something that every horror fan needs to watch. Just knock it
Yes.
off your bucket list. It's because it does have a lot of nods to future films, like we said.
Oh, dude,
So
it's insane.
It's one of those movies that, like I said, everybody's seen the cover somewhere, whether it was in a video store or while you're flipping through your Amazon Prime or whatever. It's a good, decent flick. It's just long. Prepare for the long haul unless you break it up into 2 parts, or you can find the theatrical release.
Right.
Which it's kind of funny because my tired mark, it was like almost 11 o'clock and it was definitely like 2 hours in. And I was like, damn it. I was like, all right, one more solid hour tomorrow. I should have just stopped at the actual like halfway point, honestly. Like just been like, okay, next week on. I will say this movie, before I even saw it, unfortunately was kind of like held to a higher standard because I had an aunt, God bless, rest her soul. She loved this movie, always talked about it, always praised it, and I, for some reason, never fucking watched it. And like, I watched it and I was just like, Aunt Marina, I love you, but I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
But you have to remember too, this was
way different
late
time.
70s, exactly, way different time.
She's
and
a kid at that point, like way. Oh no, I get it. You have this one is one of those ones you have to take it with a grain of salt for sure.
Yeah, no, you do.
And that salt is, you got to realize what it comes from, what it stems is, and it's not. It's normal.
Yeah.
It's like when we did Pilgrim. You know what I mean? Pilgrim wasn't
Right,
a movie.
Yeah.
It was a movie, but it wasn't.
It was a fucked up. Like my mom said the same thing. Your aunt said, like, oh, that was a great movie when it came out. And, you know, being as me, I'm like, it's a good movie, but I totally understand why it's lost. So I showed my girlfriend Nightmare on Elm Street. So if I show her this, I'm like, this is your total polar opposite ends right here.
Right.
Bad shit crazy. Slow burn. You really got to be invested if you kind of want to see where this is going.
Okay, let me kind of put it in. Let me put it in perspective. It's like The Exorcist.
Yeah.
A lot of people were terrified by The Exorcist.
Oh yeah,
not.
But you're also coming when Exorcist came out, dude, and obviously like our nation itself, way more Catholic than it is, and like nowadays, you know what I mean? So like that hits it. I feel like even harder.
So can I make a confession here, guys?
Go ahead, bud.
No,
never seen it.
I've never seen The Exorcist, but let me tell you why.
Reason?
I was raised Catholic, like hardcore
See?
Catholic. Okay,
this is what I'm talking about, right?
But the reason that I never have seen it, and I have it on VHS and I have it on DVD. I have,
you do.
Yeah,
you're just as bad as Chad. You got shit. You're like,
I have Linda Blair's. Look, I have Linda Blair's fucking autographed Reagan photo right here.
You've got her autograph and you haven't even seen the damn thing. That's hilarious. That's okay. That's worse than
that's beyond.
That is way
okay.
worse. Sorry.
But I've seen the prequel. Okay,
which one?
And the
Exorcist, the beginning.
Yeah, the beginning.
I was gonna say there's two of them.
Well, yeah, but aren't they basically the same film?
Kinda.
Pretty much.
So I heard the third one is the one to see, though.
I witnessed
one. That's a really good one.
We should review that.
As a kid,
just jump.
And that is what scared me from ever watching the fucking flick. Now I don't know if this person was playing around or if they really had something fucking with them, but I saw something that my grandma assisted in, and so it just always swayed me from fucking watching this film.
That's fine.
I'm gonna
Fair
fucking
enough.
watch it. I'm gonna fucking watch it sometime this week.
Listen, you're not the only one, dude, because like I never saw it till like way later in life.
Yeah.
It was never one of those ones I got to see as a kid because like out of anything that my parents let me watch, for some reason, like my mom wouldn't let that one come around because
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
I think it just scared her. So she was just like,
Yeah.
nope.
My mother was the same way. She's like,
Yeah,
you gotta
so-
wait to watch that one.
And you would
Yeah.
think me with fucking taunting demons and shit when I do my
Right.
investigations, I'd be like, fuck it.
Yeah,
I
but
just- I
maybe
don't
it's
know.
maybe it's one of those like weird fucking psychosis things because
Well-
like you do it because you're afraid of it. You do it to defeat it, but at the same time, like the movie internally just fucking puckers your butthole.
Well,
so
yeah,
you just,
I don't know.
like, I don't
Well,
want
the move. All right, if you think about it, at that
the
time,
thought
the
of
two-
the movie potentially.
the two big movies. The Exorcist was that movie that broke the wall because
Well,
everything
yeah. And
before
the
that
chick's
was
back.
Right.
because not only that, because everything before that was it didn't hit home. They were all monsters and
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
All of a sudden, The Exorcist brings in this little girl. She's in harm's way of the ultimate harm.
Dude,
Like, if
I'm
you
not
think
gonna
about it,
lie.
and
That's
that's what-
you know.
That's one thing that always irritated the hell out of me is the sequel. Because in the first one, she's not just possessed. She's possessed by the devil.
Right.
Yes.
It's not a demon. It's fucking Satan. But then the sequel comes around and like, oh no, it wasn't the devil. It was this demon called Pazuzu. You know, don't fucking retcon.
Oh.
So if you skip, so you got to watch it like this. It's like watch 1, skip 2, go to 3.
Is 3 back to the devil or is it still Pazuzu? Or
You gotta watch. You gotta watch
okay,
3.
okay, nope, that's fine.
And I'll say this: it can be a slow burn, but that movie is way worth it.
Holy
Well-
shit, dude. The scene with the fucking
The
was it
hospital
the
scene,
nurse.
right?
The nurse with the big
Oh.
fucking
That's the one that Brody's always talked about.
Oh,
so it's
that's
always
one of the-
intrigued
Dude,
by
that
it's
is-
easily
always
one of
that
the
is-
all-time best scares. Like
Yes.
hands down.
Because it comes from completely out of nowhere.
All right, we're not going to talk about that because I've never.
Yes, we got to get on
I wanna
this.
see
All right.
it.
Yeah.
So I do have one question.
Go
Just
ahead,
get us
bud.
back on topic.
Yes.
Before this movie, before Salem's Lot, what other movies had child vampires? Was there any other movies that had child vampires that looked
I
as
could
fucking
not-
freaky?
You
I
mean
could not tell you?
Do
Because,
you mean
before this?
chronologically before this?
Yeah, before Salem's Lot.
Oh, I haven't. I honestly couldn't
Oh,
tell
the
you.
only
I
thing I
can't-
could say,
I
like
can't
I don't
freaky
think
kids,
so.
would be,
No.
the only freaky kids thing that I can think of is Children of the Damned, which would be in the 50s, which they had weird eyes and shit like that.
But they
Obviously,
weren't
They were
vampires.
alien.
No,
They were
weren't
No,
alien.
no,
They
no.
weren't
Right,
alien.
right. But they were still fucking little freaky ass kids, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't think.
Because I don't think
so.
before this, like I said, this was my first time watching it, but I can't think of a movie that came out before this that was a vampire movie that had kid vampires in it. And that's
Fifties doesn't
creepy.
really attack kids a lot in those, like
No.
in sci-fi or horror wise. Like,
yeah.
there might. I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot of random vampire movies out there that could easily do it, but whether they'd be on the radar or not, I don't know.
You know, I think you're right. I think this is probably the first one with vampire kids. I can't think of another movie.
Well,
You know,
Joe, I know
that-
Lost Boys had one, but this came out
That's
way
the
before
80s,
Lost
yeah.
Boys.
You know,
Yeah,
now that we're mentioning it, I think probably The Exorcist was the catalyst as far as
kid horror.
before that, kids were off limits.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. So gentlemen, should we have Chad spread them cheeks and see what we got?
Yeah,
Let's see what we got.
Spread them out.
All right, so James Mason jumped at the chance of playing a servant of evil, loving the script. This was fortunate as he was the producer Richard Cobert's first choice for the role of Mr. Straker.
No.
Nice.
His mustache bothered me because sometimes it looked really awesome, and then other times it just looked very like faint. And I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" But
But what did you guys think of that when he was sitting there setting up the shop? Some of those canes he was setting up were actually pretty badass looking.
oh yeah, dude, I'd agree. Yes.
I was looking at those and like, man, I kind of want some of those.
I would have went broke in that shop.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like everybody was though with all his prices that they were kept.
that
I'll hold it
too,
for you for
yeah.
a week.
Okay. The exterior for the Marsden house was actually a full-scale facade built upon a smaller pre-existing hilltop house. In total, the facade cost the production an estimated $100,000 to build. In 1979, an entire house, including the interiors, could have been made for that same amount.
Hot damn.
Yo, that's saying something there.
So they made a stage around with a house surrounding it.
They built a fake house around a real house, and they could have used that money to build an actual house.
Wow.
And
But I'm
today's
guessing But my guess is they really wanted that hilltop.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of reminiscent almost of the Psycho house. Not the house itself, but just the shot in general.
I see what you mean. With the house on a hilltop. Yeah.
But what else we got?
By the way, there is a house that looks almost exactly like the Psycho house, about an hour from here.
Nice.
I have one in my town.
Nice.
Coincidence or or nay? Just huge fan. That'd be awesome.
Okay, continuing. Director George Romero was originally approached to direct a feature film version, but after the announcement of Dracula in 1979 and Werner Herzog's Nosferatu in 79, Warner Brothers decided to turn it into a TV miniseries. Romero dropped out, feeling he wouldn't be able to make the film the way he wanted to with the restrictions of network television.
True that. Because, a Romero Salem's Lot
point.
would have been fucking vicious.
So, all right. Now we got to daydream on Romero's Salem's Lot.
Here we go. Into the multiverse.
Well,
I imagine
first and
Dawn of the
foremost,
Dead
Romero
with
movies are
vampires.
very politically charged. So
That's just what I was thinking. What would he?
Where are we
throw
going
in-
politics wise for vampires?
That was what I was thinking too. 'cause
Lawyers?
this was-
The end of you could still do the end of the Vietnam War because a lot of people were giving a lot of shit at that time.
That's about what 6 years or so. So I don't know.
Yeah, but there was a lot of hate.
I mean,
it
yeah.
didn't go away for a bit. He would get that in there. You could still use it.
There'd still be some.
I think he would have pulled. He probably would have thrown in some kind of Richard Nixon political allegory into it.
Right, like would it have been like almost like the Crazies where he brings in the military and the military tries to like do the thing, but then the vampires like overtake the military or some bullshit.
Well, I think he still would have stuck closely to the source material, possibly. But
I don't. Who knows? Who's to say though? That's one of his big key notes in all of his films.
I could see him making the vampires like politicians or something.
That's what I'm saying, like lawyers or some bullshit,
Yeah.
dude, like instantaneously. But all right, man, that's a crazy like.
Cold. Wait. He could always do Cold War shit because that was still huge too.
That was really just starting though.
That was cool. There
Cold
was like 82,
War,
wasn't it?
Cold War was going on
maybe I was way
from
over.
the 60s forward.
Yeah,
Cold War was a 30-year war.
Yeah,
True,
no, you're right,
true.
you're right. Yeah, so Cold War vampires.
You never know. That could be a
Ruskies.
little concept there.
Ruskies. They would have made
What
Barlow a Russian.
yeah,
No, other way around. So the Americans are the vamps, and somehow the Russians come because he's all anti-American government. You know, who the fuck knows?
That's true.
Dude? Yeah. What if? Right? Somewhere,
What
somewhere, sometime that exists.
the Cold War was between 1946 and 1991.
All the way to 46.
It says between 1946 and 1991.
91.
Yes, sir. The
Yeah,
United
when the
States.
Berlin Wall fell.
The
No,
United
that was
States
80. Dude, that was 89.
Yeah, but
That's
91.
all.
Oh, yeah,
is-
yeah.
It says between 1946 and 1991, the United States, the Soviet Union, and their allies were locked in a long, tense conflict known as the Cold War.
Dude.
That's 40.
I mean, a lot
years.
of it was behind the scenes shit,
Yeah.
more so than anything. Obviously,
I got to say, though, being a kid during the Cold War in the 80s was frightening.
yeah, man, you had like TV movies like talking about fucking getting nuked and shit like that. They're like, hey, by the way, your
Yeah, it was
Friday
horrible.
special is about this.
I remember watching this one fucking documentary on Nostradamus shit, and they
Dude,
tied
that
it
shit
into
always
like the
freaks
Cold
me the
War, dude.
fuck
It
out,
freaked me the fuck out as a kid, dude. I was like, we're gonna die.
Yep.
I can't watch that shit.
Anyways,
yeah.
Chad,
Anyways.
what else we got for behind the
So
scenes?
the
buddy?
scenes of the child vampires floating outside the victims' windows was partly filmed in reverse to give it a more eerie effect. Additionally, the
It worked.
actors, they performed on a boom crane rather than being suspended on wires.
which you could tell,
Yeah.
but it
Yeah.
obviously looked better than just wires. So
But it looked kind of weird doing it in reverse because it looked like the smoke came out of their butts.
Yes, it
Yeah.
did.
I'm just saying, every time they showed it and the smoke was going back in, it's like,
So I'm not gonna lie. If I planned it out right during our trailer going down, I could have smoked enough to where I could have looked like that fucking thing.
That's the clip we need.
Yeah, right. Fucking A, dude.
Continuing on. Stephen King was inspired to write the book when he had his English class read Dracula and became curious about what would happen if vampires came to America, specifically in a small town.
In Maine.
In Maine.
No, sorry.
Yes, and Maine.
Yeah, it was in Maine.
Wait, was it Maine? Yeah, it was.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's Maine.
It's always Maine.
it's always Maine.
Always Maine,
And-
or maybe Rhode
How
Island.
could you, the one dude had a heavy freaking Maine accent?
No, I know, and that's why I was confused. Well, because I think Salem's lot, and you're like, oh, Salem, yeah, Massachusetts.
Yeah,
no,
understandable.
Stephen King, Maine. It's always fucking Maine, dude. Well, that wrong. All right, what else we got, buddy?
In an interview with Toby Hooper, he said that the makeup work on Reggie Nalder had to be constantly touched up as it would crack or fall off while the actor was performing for the camera. Hooper said the film's finale with Barlow in his coffin required numerous takes to keep the makeup work intact during shooting.
Yep. I mean,
yeah.
like I said, you could totally tell, especially that scene in the kitchen when he raises his hands, and all of him's great except for his hands, and you can see where it like smudged off.
Yeah. Oh,
That'll happen.
Clarissa K. Mason, who played Marjorie Glick, was the real-life wife of James Mason, who played Richard Straker.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Let's see, what else do we got here? The miniseries was filmed with several alternate scenes, done with the intention of producing a shorter cut that would play in European cinemas. So not only are they shorter, there's actually alternate scenes.
we gotta find that cut.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find it.
This was the first television miniseries and the second film to be based on the writings of author Stephen King.
Yeah, that's right.
Really?
Nothing happened. Yeah, because the first one was Carrie. Yeah.
Mhm. That was in
Wait,
72.
Carrie was a miniseries?
No,
No,
Carrie
it
was.
was a movie.
Oh,
This was the first
oh,
miniseries.
sorry.
Second, yeah.
Oh, okay,
What's-
sorry. I
yeah.
got backwards for a second. I was like, wait a minute.
After the miniseries aired on CBS with excellent ratings, there was talk of continuing it as a regular television series for a while. The idea of making Salem's Lot a TV show never materialized. Thank God for that.
It would have been like Dark Shadows eventually, guaranteed.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never got into that show. I'm sorry.
It was a vampire soap opera. It was awesome.
It was a good show.
No,
I couldn't get into it. I-
no.
You know what?
I fucking love
Oh,
Dark Shadows.
Literally every time I tried to watch it, I'd fall asleep.
You know, I met the guy who worked the lighting on that show.
Yeah.
He was when I worked in a care center. He was there for rehab.
Oh,
No shit.
Yeah.
And Joe Gallo says, unpopular opinion, The Shining miniseries is better than the film. I would
I've heard that. and
personally disagree, but
I
Some
saw the
people
miniseries
like it.
before I saw the film, and I love the film.
I mean,
that's
listen,
true. You saw the film with us for the first time.
Well,
right.
all right. The miniseries is just closer to the book.
It is.
Correct.
But
That's
it's a lot
fully-
less scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I don't know. That was,
Oh, no,
what, 6 hours? If you watch that straight?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Talk about slow-ass burn.
Yeah, I watched it as it aired. So
What are we
But yeah.
wrong about, Janie? What are we wrong
No, I think she's
about?
talking about Joe. She's
Oh.
fighting with him.
Okay. Continuing on, the original novel established many motifs that Stephen King would use in his subsequent novels. It takes place in a small town in Maine, and many later stories took place in the small towns of Derry or Castle Rock. It features a much larger cast of characters than Carrie did, and most of his later books had a larger cast too. The main character, Ben Mears, is a professional writer, and another major character, Matt Burke, is a school teacher. Many of his subsequent characters were either or both. King himself also held both of those jobs.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
But that is true. Most of his main characters are writers or teachers.
Yeah. Or except for a Pet Cemetery. That's a doctor one there.
That's true, yep. And then veterinarian, that second one doesn't count. Or did he write the second book?
No.
I was saying, there was no second
there was
book,
no
right? That was
second
just-
book. No.
No.
Well, it was just a movie adaptation one.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
reading it, but yeah, not quite the same.
In
What
an
else you got,
interview,
Chad Daddy?
in an interview with Fangoria magazine, Reggie Nalder, who played Barlow, said he was somewhat disappointed by the film because some additional scenes that included his vampire were cut. And that kind of makes me wonder. That makes me wonder if it's in the European version.
I wonder.
Because he bitched
Yeah.
about it, so they're like, all right, we'll throw it in this one. That'd be cool. You need to find that version, dude.
I'm looking for it right now.
We've got to have it somewhere. The last production. This is the last production that composer Harry Suckman worked on before his death. Before his death in '84. The score was actually nominated for an Emmy.
Oh man, rest in power, Suckman.
Well, that sucks, man.
For the theatrical release, a few scenes from the miniseries were reshot to make the film version more gory. This is going to be our holy grail. We've got to
find because that's what was missing from this movie was fucking gore.
We need to find this, and we need the extended cut of From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yes. There's a lot of things that we need. What else we got, Chad Daddy?
Continuing. In the novel, the final confrontation with the vampire took place in the basement of the local boarding house rather than the Marston house. I think it makes more sense in the Marston house.
Yeah, dude. It's been like leading to the whole fucking house the whole time.
Yeah.
A boarding house?
I love the scene though where they go into the little crawl space and his coffin's in there, and then all the other vampires are just passed out around it.
Okay, so I had an issue with that scene. So the sun was already down. Okay. Mm-hmm. So technically the vampire should have already been like restless and waking up ish. But these motherfuckers drag this fucking heavy ass coffin out, making tons of fucking noise, and the fucking vampires don't wake up. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
Man. Come on, man.
Well, I know I'm grabbing here, but maybe because they're newer vampires, they're like teenager vampires. You know what I mean? They just need to sleep more.
They're fucking lazy. Fucking lazy. Bastards.
Scoobs isn't talking from personal experience by any means in that.
Boys, I found it.
None at all. You found it where?
Hold on. Wait, let me make
Is it region locked though?
No, it doesn't say anything about region lock.
That'd be my
because they released this movie on Blu-ray.
Well, it came to the States on VHS only. That's what I saw.
Janie.
Oh,
Never.
Yeah.
Anyways, what else we got, Chad Daddy?
Though Salem's Lot was only Stephen King's second published novel, like many of his subsequent novels, it has connections to his Dark Tower series. In this case, the character of Father Donald Callahan appears in the later books in the series.
No. All right. Never read them or watched the movies. So.
You don't need to watch the movie. The books are good.
All right.
The first book was hard for me to get through. I had to read it a couple times before I really sat through the whole thing.
If they made that into a graphic novel, I feel like I could read that way better.
They did.
Oh, did they?
Marvel.
Yeah,
Marvel did it.
Fuck yeah, yep. Marvel has.
See, I thought that's where I've seen it myself.
There's a bunch of different ones too.
I do have a Comic-Con coming up. I'm going to.
If you do you have an Ollie's near you?
I do.
Go there. Go there.
Oh, that's right. They always have a fuck ton of comics, dude. For like,
go there because I've seen a few of the Dark Tower graphic novels there.
All right, never mind. Nothing on the theatrical version.
Well, we will find it. We will find it. If I have to check every torrent site known to man.
I just found it on. Well, okay, so I found it, but it's on fucking VHS.
Ooh.
It's the overseas theatrical and cable TV cut version.
We don't have it on. We don't have it on Blu-ray or anything yet.
So is Pirate Bay still up?
Yeah, no shit, right?
We'll fucking find
What happened to the Bay?
It is.
You know what happened to the Bay?
It is.
Oh, I figured it was. Chad, I think you're frozen. Oh, nope, there he is.
There he is.
Let's see. Where did that?
All right. So what else we got behind them cheeks?
The theatrical version was released in. The theatrical version was released in Spain with the title Phantasma 2, a supposed sequel to Phantasm, even though the two movies have nothing in common.
What?
Fantastic.
I hate when they do that. It makes no sense.
Yeah, all right. Fuck that. That's confusing. They're like, hey.
Well, the sequel to this one's called A Return to Salem's Lot, and it has nothing to do with the fucking first one except for the town.
It's not good. It's not.
Well, I mean, I guess it's in the title then, right? Just Return to Salem's Lot.
Okay, so the 112-minute movie version of the miniseries has been mostly disparaged in recent years, although it is preferred by some people, including Stephen King himself.
Dude, if
We
King
have
even
to
likes
find-
it better,
Yeah, we have to find this fucking version. We have
Yeah.
to.
Well, we got to get it here. That's probably the problem.
Motherfucker. Chad, it's not on your DVD that you had, like, by chance?
I would have to look, but I don't think it is.
Mm,
I'm pretty sure it's just the miniseries.
fair enough.
Because it's the bare bones Warner Brothers
Oh.
clamshell, whatever you want to fucking
Even
call it.
even the Blu-rays. I was
the
looking
paper
at,
flap one? The
Oh,
Yep.
the Blu-rays I was looking at,
I
they
got a bunch of
don't
those.
have much either. It's just the
Yeah,
Blu-ray
it's all right.
version of it.
Yeah.
I mean, we can always watch a shitty VHS version of it. I can buy it and then upload it, digitize it. But I mean,
It's still going to look like shit, though.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm good on that. Anyways, what else we got, Chad Daddy? Anything else behind them curtains?
Let's see. What else do we have here? I'm looking for really juicy stuff. There's really not much.
Behind-
like a lot of
juicy
stuff about, like,
behind
Really
the curtains,
juicy
huh?
stuff behind the cheeks.
Behind the
Nice.
curtains. The
There's a lot there.
The gorilla beef curtains.
gorilla beef curtains. Whoa!
Before filming began, it had eventually been decided to focus more on character and drama rather than violence and foul language.
Fuck drama, dude. Give me violence and language.
Yes, sir.
Despite being the central antagonist, Mr. Barlow only has roughly 90 seconds of screen time.
Yeah, he's not in it very long.
Mm-mm. The biggest issue that divides fans of the novel and miniseries is the fact that Barlow is depicted as a hissing, Nosferatu-like monster in the adaptation, as opposed to the speaking Dracula-like character in the novel. In an interview with Richard Kobritz, he said the decision to go with the terrifying monster figure came out of concerns that a speaking, romanticized villain just wouldn't be frightening enough, especially as John Badham's remake of Dracula starring Frank Langella was released in 1979, and also I guess they wanted to give a little bit more of a nod to Nosferatu that was also coming out in 1979. Stephen King was against the change at first, but after he saw the footage, he thought it may help the audience focus more on the main characters.
That's fair. I personally think it's a good choice the way they went.
Yeah.
I think going the old English Dracula style would have just been like, eh.
Yeah, it was overdone at that point. It was
just-
overdone. And I was looking on YouTube to see if I could find any source to theatrics. There's nothing.
Mm.
Like, I'm like so determined.
we'll
Like, he's
keep
over here
looking.
going, and I'm like, yeah, I'm
No, we'll
listening.
keep looking. We'll keep looking. What else we got, Chad?
Yeah, we'll
Daddy?
find
Anything
it.
else?
Well, one more kind of a minor thing. It's not really anything great, but the killing of Mike Ryerson's dog is never explained. The tombstone above it says
It was a
Marston.
fence, wasn't it?
This implies that
Pushed out.
This implies the dog may have been a sacrifice of some kind to the spirit of Hubie Marston, Salem's Lot's most notorious former resident. Sorry, I got a little tongue-tied there.
Oh, interesting. Because it did just seem like the wind gust like pushed over the fence and it killed the dog somehow. I was like, oh, yeah. that's
All right, whatever.
I climb that. Yeah, I was like,
Fair enough.
Bye, doggy.
poor dog, but the puppet dog looks like shit, so it's more laughable than sad.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it.
But yeah, that's it. That's it.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Chad Daddy.
My pleasure, guys.
And all right, gentlemen, on to the questions. What format was this watched on?
On demand.
DVD.
Prime as well.
DVD.
DVD. I did.
By the way, upscaled on my 4K player, so
Ooh, nice.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
So,
it looked
I
pretty nice.
want to say, and I could be wrong, but I think I actually found this uploaded onto YouTube. But it's actually it's labeled as the second one, but it's the second one and then the first one, like under the whole thing. I haven't personally checked it. If anybody still needs to watch it, Joe. And then let us know. But Prime, it was clean as fuck. I will totally say that. It was great quality. The audio was cleaned up. It looked fantastic. I'm assuming Bob obviously had that as well, probably on the on demand. So,
Giggity.
boom, 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 boom. I was gonna say top sexy. I was
I was like, whoa, Joe, whoa.
like a
Did
mermaid.
you just come out as a bottom?
like a
Well, I mean,
mermaid is a
whatever.
top. Like mermaids are top sexy, right?
I
think you
always
did.
knew there was something there.
Oh, fucking it. All right, gentlemen. The douche of the film.
Straker.
Oh,
Straker.
Striker.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah. That's the easiest.
I mean,
one. Of the whole
him
3-hour
him
film.
or the cheating wife. I'm gonna go with the cheating wife.
Ooh.
'Cause she cried.
yeah.
Fuck
She
that
cried
girl.
rape.
Oh, dude,
That's
she
right.
did. She was dirty.
Yeah.
She cried the R-A-P-E. Yeah, no. Yeah. The wife.
She
Yep.
gets douche in the movie.
Yeah. Yep. She's
Yep,
douche.
she's a douche.
Mhm.
Le douche of the film.
All right, fair enough. I think I'm gonna have to agree with that because she definitely was like the other dude. Like at least he was kind of being controlled by the vampire, so you could kind of like sway that argument.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just a cheating whore, so fuck her. Favorite kill? The time somebody got bit in the neck? I don't fucking know.
The fucking
Impalement.
pin up against the wall, the impalement.
Impalement.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, that was
Impalement.
antlers. All right.
There's nothing else, really.
Yeah.
The steak kill was pretty gnarly at the end too. He was beating on that steak pretty relentless. So
Yeah, the
I'll
mahogany.
give it to that too.
I would have
Yeah,
liked to
that's
have
right.
seen a little like of the actual like impalement though.
Right, some
Instead of
blood
it
like
being
hitting
here.
him in
Yeah,
the
just
face
a
or
little
something,
blood or
like
some
anything.
shit. Yeah.
I agree.
I'm right there with you, buddies. All right, gentlemen. Best scene.
The kid
Third act-
floating
third-
outside the window for the first time.
Third act. Third act for me.
I gotta say the scene where Barlow comes into the kitchen. Just the way shit's going crazy and
Ooh,
everything's
yeah.
shaking and flying off the walls. That's
And then
he
that was
just
some
kinda-
weird, like fucking paranormal
And he just-
activity shit going on there.
Yeah, and then he just kind of melts up out of the shadows.
That is cool. Yeah, you're right.
Mm.
No, I'll stick to third act though. Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit! The way he did that, I kind of feel like that was copied in of all movies, the first Harry Potter movie.
Oh yeah, you're right.
With Voldemort.
Wait,
at
what are
the
we
end.
talking?
Yeah,
What are
yeah.
you talking about? Oh, the kitchen scene.
Yeah, where it shows him
Mhm.
he's just he's just like a little shadow,
Oh, yeah.
cloaky thing, and then he just kind of
Bro.
rises up.
So funny enough, you mentioned Harry Potter. I'm gonna go on a little weird side note here. So my life this whole week has been Harry Potter because my daughter's friend.
Hey, nothing wrong with
I'm not complaining on Harry Potter. I'm not. This is where, but my complaint's going to go next to this. So she's been all into it. That's fine. I dig them. I've never even finished the series, dude. So it's like, yeah, maybe I should. Here's the problem. My daughter's 7. She's not watching them in fucking order.
Oh no.
That's a problem.
She's not
That's a
watching in
problem.
order. And then she's like, Daddy, what's going on here? And I'm like, just fucking watch them in order. It would explain the goddamn movies. Like, yeah. So, and
That's a problem.
she was even telling like her friends and stuff. She's like, yeah, my dad yelled at me because I won't watch the movies in order. I'm like, yes, because you can't do that. Like,
No.
you can only do that crap when you're like so deep into the series that you've seen it too many times for it to even
Yeah.
matter anymore. So now you can watch it backwards. Go fucking heck. You know what I mean? Like I do that
Right,
with
yeah.
Friday 13th all the fucking time. I'll
Oh,
jump
yeah.
around. I don't give a shit.
Same.
But the Harry Potters, dude, they're consecutive fucking movies, man. You
Yeah.
need to know.
Yeah, it
especially
tells
if you've never
it tells a
them.
linear story.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, dude. Like, oh
you
my
literally
god,
watch these kids grow up.
Yeah, so she's like, I want to watch the first one. Okay, now I want to watch the fourth one. I'm like, no, you have to watch the second one. I don't like the second one. I'm like, no, you have to. I want to watch the third one. I'm like, oh my
You're fucking killing me, woman.
bro, right? Yeah, it was just all over. So like, I try to like peel her back a little bit. I'm like, all right, let's just watch the first one again, and then
I'm just laughing.
I'm laughing at the
I'm
chat.
laughing at the
At the
chat.
chat.
yeah,
I'm watching
Janie and Joe, like, easy. Take the love affair to a room.
There's like a
Alright?
K-pop
Yeah.
drama going on in our fucking
Yeah,
comment
like,
section.
seriously.
That's why I'm trying not to laugh too much at it, but oh my god! But yeah, so that's where I've been at. So like, just Harry Potter ham this week, dude. Like, and so much that we even got her the Lego games on the Switch because they got the 2-pack there.
Oh,
so
Yes, my wife has that.
yeah, dude, they cleaned that up quite well for that shit, dude. Like, because that's the old school Lego where they don't even talk; they're just like. "Brr, brr, 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 brr." And it's like, but you know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like you're like, yeah, it works. I know.
It works. I get it.
Yeah,
That's
you're
funny
like,
shit.
all right, yep, I'm fucking Harry and Ron chasing the goddamn ogre. All right, cool. Anyways, going back to this fucking shit show, we were on best scene.
Yeah, we're still on best scene.
Yeah.
Third act.
I'm gonna say I gotta agree with. I think Steve said the kid floating through the window in the first. That was the first thing that really pulled me into this movie. I fucking loved it. I could see why everybody probably in the '79 was kind of terrified of this because
Oh yeah, people have said that scene gave them nightmares.
Oh yeah, dude, I could totally see that, man. I could instantaneously see motherfuckers go into their bedroom and like, I'm not sleeping with the fucking curtains open.
Yep.
Right?
To which side note,
Fuck yeah.
everybody in this movie sleeps with the curtains open. I feel like this issue would totally be solved if you just kept the curtains closed.
Yep.
Well,
Because my ass, if I heard
summertime.
ticking at the window, I would just be like, "Ugh," and I just throw a pillow over my head, dude, and flip the other way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna fucking no. But you see your friend floating out the fucking window with some crazy fog coming out his ass. You're like, hold on, what
Not
the
coming
fuck?
out his ass, going back up in his ass.
Oh, it was like, it was anti-vacuum, dude.
I mean, my first question would be like, you bring any food?
Oh, fucking yeah, dude. Yeah, right. I did like how the one kid though that like even though he was getting shit for like loving monsters and everything, like he was the one who was kind of able to snap out of it. Obviously, like he became our secondary vampire hunter. But all right, gentlemen, did the opening scene hook you in?
Actually, yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did.
The opening scene was them in Guatemala.
Oh yeah, it was when they were all dirty as fuck with some crazy holy water glowing, and you're like, all right, what the hell's going on?
Which I was very interested in, and then the movie just went.
Yeah, and then you got to wait 3 more hours.
Yeah, that's
to get back.
find
that's
out
like
why.
2 years earlier.
Yeah.
Who would have known? All right, so most attractive character.
Come on now.
Oh, the Lady Susan.
Fred
What's wrong with
Willard.
Susan?
Fred Willard.
Fred Willard.
Fucking red sequin shorts, bro.
I don't know, I'm back.
So-
Red Velvet.
Can
Although-
I give them a tie?
Why? Who were you saying?
I agree with both of you. Bobby with Susan, and you guys with Fred Willard.
Yeah.
Susan was the main guy's woman there, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
Yes.
I got an oddball.
yeah. You know,
one, and you
Mrs.
guys-
McLean from Die Hard.
I got an oddball, and you guys are probably gonna laugh, or maybe you'll agree. I don't know. But the lady who ran the hotel,
Oh yeah.
Okay, you know something?
and
Yeah,
here's why I'm going to throw her in there. I'm going to throw her in there because there was one scene in particular where she's ironing. And
Yes.
she's wearing a very nice top. That top is literally fucking see-through, man. She is not wearing a bra. Her big old titties are just slamming out. And I'm like,
I don't know why.
TV movie, what up? Like,
I'm gonna agree with you, and I don't know why, but it was the scene where she was starting to turn into a vampire. Where I saw him, like she's kind of hot.
bro, if you look at her from in her past movies and everything, she was quite the looker. Like, Go ahead, Bob. I feel like you're.
I was gonna say that. No, that lady. Like when I started looking at the one time that I thought was when she was waking up Ben. Her hair was just flowing really nice in that. I'm like, okay, yeah, okay.
Super random, also Harry Potter thing. For some reason or another, my wife, for one hot second, thought that was Professor McGonagall. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's not fucking Professor McGonagall. So we instantly looked it up and we're like, no, not even fucking close.
Although
But I could see where
McGonagall
she-
in her younger years,
I could see where she was getting it, though, because it was kind of like her eyes and stuff a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
the top half of her face kind of had that little bit. Yeah. Dude, these ladies in their prime was. But. Anyways,
you're not kicking anybody in the shins, Janie. Relax.
Do it, Jane.
they're going to do it down at Monster Mania.
You know,
next
these
week, or next
Janie
month,
and
dude.
Joe aren't even paying attention to what we're saying. They're just
No,
arguing
not
back
at
and
all.
forth.
You know
And
what's
it's fucking
funny?
hilarious.
This just happens in our normal 13 Gallows Lane chat, regardless, dude. Like all the time, 24 hours 7. So now that it's just changed to this, is even fucking hilarious. Like they just brought it here so I can see it. I don't have to catch up with it after the fact. All right. Did the score set the mood?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, it did. It was
Yeah,
actually
I thought it
really
was.
good.
I thought it was
Very well played.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the score of this movie.
This score, kind of reminded me on The Legend of Hell House. It reminded me of that.
Yeah, I can go with that a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
It's good orchestra. Best song? I don't know if there really was any. I don't
No, not really.
I
Nothing
do
that's
not remember any in the 3-hour span time. So, favorite character? There's a
Ben
lot of
Mears-
characters in this movie.
Ben Mears for me.
He
Which
was
one
kind of
again? Main one, obviously, right?
he was kind of a dick, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with Straker.
Yeah.
I just liked him. He was kind of cocky. What was that word he said that was in Italian?
Ciao.
Oh, Chow.
Chow.
Yeah. And
he goes,
"Oh,
and
yeah."
the sheriff was like, "Oh, I didn't realize you were Italian." I'm not. The word is.
I loved that, and I'm
That
gonna
was-
probably use that in the
That was
my
great.
feature at some point.
That was the best. I loved that.
Yes, I would agree. I actually like the I can't remember his name right now, but essentially he was the guy who got his dog was killed.
Oh,
yeah,
the caretaker.
Yeah, I liked him, and I know might be a stupid reason, but he's in Devil's Rejects, so it instantly makes me love him that much fucking more. But like, I don't know, I liked his character because he just was like the random muscle dude. Like in the beginning, he was the guy who like this movie wouldn't have happened if the other guy just listened to him. Hello.
Hello.
Sorry.
But he just wanted to get in and fucking out. So, you know what I mean? Like, but I thought he was cool when he was a vampire too, when he was talking about, oh, Jesus Christ.
That was great. That was fucking great.
11-inch fucking meat mountain. But
I'm going to go with Barlow. I mean,
Barlow?
even though he was only in it for a short period of time, just building up to him finally being seen on screen. Like, I mean, and he was just this entity that was behind the scenes the entire time.
Some good presence.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm going to go with Barlow.
Fair enough. Good answer. Was it scary? You know,
Not
I can
time,
see. I
for
can
the
see
time
why
see
it was
where,
scary.
yes.
Yeah.
And just looking at the vampires, yes,
The
they were
eyes
really
and
scary
just-
looking.
Yeah, they were good looking vampires.
Okay, can I do a little side note here? Because this
Yeah.
crazy idea just popped in my head right now. Since Joe's here also.
Oh boy.
Big Johnny D
Mm-hmm.
as Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Moan as Michael Myers. Joe Gallo as Freddy Krueger. Lord Scubacabra as the Maniac Cop in a versus photo shoot.
Hell yeah. That'd be dope.
I'm down.
This is gonna be like a Monster Mania meetup or something like that we're gonna have to do.
Hey, I could take my shirt off and my fat ass could be the Blob.
Oh, First and foremost, I am way fatter than you, sir. So
Listen, Janie, you better take it easy over there.
Joe said
I
orgy.
bottom bitch.
Joe said
Okay.
orgy instead of photo shoot.
I mean, it could be both. It could
Yeah.
just go one to the other.
For the OnlyFans.
Orgy and then photo shoot, or vice versa. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, there you go.
We all have to do the George pose, though.
Fucking right.
Well,
no, you could do the
of seduction.
I was gonna say you could do the return of the guy from the Photoshop too.
Oh,
You
yeah.
remember he had like the over the shoulder. Oh, god damn it! Alrighty.
I miss.
Does it
Seinfeld.
hold up today?
Ooh,
No.
No,
No.
not at all.
not really.
That's why they're remaking.
That's why they're remaking it again.
Again. Yes, because we did have, and I don't know if we mentioned it, but there is a Rob Lowe remake of the miniseries in itself, which came out on TNT, I want to say, in 2004. It was TNT or TBS. It was one of the two.
Sounds
Like,
right.
Yeah. I think it was a 6-part miniseries. I've never watched it. I didn't even know it fucking existed until we were doing research for this movie.
Same.
But did Janie just throw herself in our orgy? What's going on here?
Yeah, what the wait a minute. Whoa.
Oh, boy.
Joe, no flavor that way. Oh, my God.
How was the acting?
The acting was actually very good.
For a
It was
TV
okay. It was all
for
right.
a TV movie or for a TV miniseries, it wasn't horrible.
No.
It's not
Honestly-
gay unless we look each other in the eye, Janie. And there will be
He's
no
gotta-
looking in the eyes because we'll have masks on. So we got that covered.
Oh
Just
I
turn the
can't.
lights off and play Who's in My Mouth. Anyways.
I can't. I can't.
It's Bobby! I know it's Bobby!
Oh, man.
Oh, shit.
You know what? I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure Eb Wilson, and I have to give her a shout out. She gave us a shout out from her podcast.
Oh, nice.
And gentlemen, I mentioned to you guys earlier before the show, and it is the Gruesome Twosome podcast. I think I got that right, and I apologize if I fucked
It is. It's gruesome twosome.
Yeah, I got it. Awesome. Go check that shit out. I actually just listened to their Killer Clowns episode today on the way home from work. So
Nice.
yeah.
There she is. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I was
Thank
kind of jealous
you,
that they
Eb.
did Killer Clowns because I was like, man, we have not done Killer Clowns, and it was a great movie. So
We could do that, and we could compare and contrast.
that's true. That is very true. All right, gentlemen, we were on cinematography.
Nothing to write home about, but
Yeah, it was kind of plain Jane.
For a TV movie. Yeah,
I
there
would
was
say
there was a lot of
the
cool
limited
shots of
budget.
the house,
yeah.
Yes,
but that's about it. And the sets were, I mean, not horrible.
I did like
foolish. Oh, go ahead, Shit.
I did like one specific shot where it was Straker sitting in the I can't remember, it was in the antique store where he's sitting, and it's the way it's framed. He's off to the left, and the focus is on the human skull in the foreground on the right.
Yes,
That was
yes,
a
yes,
good
yes,
shot,
yes.
yeah.
That was a really
cool.
good shot.
And I know it seems kind of weird, but randomly when they were loading the crate in the truck and then the loading gate came up, I don't know why, but that just felt like Colonial Marines, kind of aliens, some shit. You know what I mean? Like there was like a loading.
Yeah.
It was
I
dark
was-
with fog coming in. It was just the two guys, and you see their silhouettes, and I don't know why, but I'm like, that was a cool shot. I would say it's just the box or whatever.
I would say my favorite shot is the shot of the house and you see the moon above it. Like, it doesn't get any more better than that.
Right. Not Colonial Marines, the game, Joe.
Oh,
I'm
for
talking about
God's
the movie
sake.
Aliens. Jesus Christ. We're not talking about that poop town. Oh, my God. All right. Gentlemen, did you enjoy the premise of this movie?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, I'm always up for good
Vampires in a
things. Like,
small
yeah.
town. Fuck yeah.
I mean, you had me at Stephen King, honestly. I was like, all right,
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
good to go. Usually it's a 2 thumbs up, I would say. All right, gentlemen, we are on the quad R's: recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot.
I mean,
We
I'll
already said
rewind.
remake.
I'll say I'll rewind it, but yeah, remake too. Yeah.
I will rewind because I want to see the shorter version that was brought out with bloodier scenes. I want to see that version. I feel like it was going to be a total different take on it. Maybe it doesn't work.
I agree.
think
I can agree with that.
I think it does. And obviously they already are rebooting it. So
I'm curious as to how it's going to be.
have they dropped anything on the reboot?
Johnny, I think I'm striking out here.
It comes out September 2022. That's all I've seen so far.
Chad, you're in the green, but you were just a little fuzzy for a second.
You're a little fuzzy now too.
Yeah, but you're still in the green. So, oh no, we
Oh,
lost the
the
Chad Daddy.
Damn
That is-
snowstorms.
Right.
It
Wow.
happens. It happens.
All right. So while we are waiting for the Chad Daddy,
Oh,
what is
the
going
chat.
on over? What is
I'm just
going
laughing
on
at
over
the
there?
chat. Joe said
Ah.
something about dental dam, and Janie said no one uses those.
Oh my God! All right. Chad Daddy
Never mind.
is
Is back.
Hopefully,
He lives
we
again.
good, Chad.
I'm all green on this end so far,
All
so
right.
looking good.
All right. So we are on our ratings. So Scuba, if you could start us off, and we will go counterclockwise on this bitch.
I am going to give this a 3.5.
3.5. Chad Daddy.
I don't know if I want to go 3.5, so I'll say 3.2.
2. Roberto.
Yeah, 3.5 actually literally feels like the perfect score. So 3.5.
3.5. I got to be honest with myself. It was really fucking slow. There was a lot of nods that I definitely like, and
It
there's
was.
good things I could take away. But ultimately, I would never watch this version again. And for that being said, I'm going to have to give it a 2.5.
Which is understandable completely. And you know what I think another thing is, we should have started with this film. This should
Yeah.
have been our, because
Yeah.
every other vampire
Thank
flick we
you.
watched has been so fucking action
Has been
packed.
epic.
And I feel that that's what kind of brought us down.
No, you're right. And I was going to
I
bring
think
it
you're
up,
right.
and I forgot. And I'm glad you reiterated that because we've been riding a high.
Yeah.
For 3 solid fucking weeks now, dude.
Put it this way:
Amazing
we've had a
vampire
cocaine run for the past 3 weeks, and now all of a
Pretty
sudden,
fucking
yeah.
out, dude.
We've been doing some big
I'll
old thick ass lines.
we've been doing.
I'll tell you
we
what.
were doing Sam Kinison lines.
Guys,
Go ahead, buddy.
since you mentioned that we've been on a cocaine high for 3 weeks, wait until the acid trip next week.
Which
Thank you to me for that one. So we will talk about that in 1 second. But to bring it back, gentlemen, our score for 1979 Salem's Lot is 3.2.
All right.
That's fair. I think that's actually
fair.
fair. That's very fair.
That's dead on with what I thought.
All right. So 3.2 for 1979 Salem's Lot. Chad Daddy, what are we talking about next week?
Oh, next week is a big Johnny D pick.
Oh.
We are reviewing the Dario Argento classic Suspiria. I love this movie.
Oh my
it's such
God.
a beautifully shot movie.
It's such a fun movie to watch so much.
Now, I will fully admit, I have never seen this movie. I'm about to pop my cherry. It's one I've always wanted to see. And
you won't be disappointed.
It's kind of nice because I get Salem's Lot and Suspiria banged off my fucking checklist.
Listen,
2 weeks in a row.
Listen, you're going to watch it and you're going to pop your cherry and you're going to be bloody as shit.
Yes,
Ooh,
sir.
hot.
You're going to be hurting. It's going to be
That's
one
cool.
of them hurting ones.
And you're going to love it.
I'm not going to lie, dude. I did just buy a package of edibles, so I might save that shit for next week. When I watch that, just because, like, I know it's trippy as fuck regardless. Like, so, you know.
Oh, the colors alone will make you go, oh, shit.
Yeah, the colors are super
shapes and colors.
Now, that being said, I might want to watch it actually a little earlier because I've heard the remake's actually still pretty good, too.
I've heard that, too.
So,
yeah, I heard it's decent.
So
I heard a lot of people who love
and compare.
I mean, you can. I didn't have to watch Stakeland 2. I totally did, just so I could talk about it.
I did too. It was so good.
Yeah, it was good. It was so good.
It's a great fucking movie.
I was excited when my old man said he watched them both. I was like, "You have?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, they're amazing." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yes,
Great fucking movies.
But
But yeah, Suspiria is such a good fucking movie. Yeah.
So great.
you know what? While we are still talking about that,
Heb said she hated the remake.
Oh,
Fair
really?
enough. Fair enough.
But no, when you watch, if you do it, you'll see why. I
Yeah.
see why people hate the remake.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Like I said, I've never personally seen it, so but you guys can catch Suspiria on Tubi, so free, which is great. And obviously, I'm assuming Amazon, everybody else will have it for rent. But
So well,
dude, I love Tubi, man. Tubi is the underground horror streaming app for sure.
Dude, they have so many good things on there.
So many,
And we are not
It's
sponsored by Tubi, but we
and
should.
it is-
should be.
Like I said,
Yeah.
it is, and it's not just the horror films. They have classic 80s cartoons, dude. They have
bro.
every
Yeah.
season of Transformers, G.I. Joe. Dude, they have freaking Defenders of the Earth.
Oh wow.
So
That is-
Tubi, if you find this Tubi, why don't you just
If I
give
could
us a
ever
little
get,
ring?
if I could somehow get Tubi as a sponsor, that'd be just-
fucking.
That'd be
great.
I will wear a Tubi shirt every fucking
Yep.
week, dude.
Every
Yeah,
fucking
I'll-
week. Yep.
I will wear a hat. I'll wear a fucking man's underwear that says Tubi
Ooh.
on it.
Yes,
So I
Jamie,
just wanna
G1
say,
Transformers.
Even though
Everything.
we don't have Brody, we didn't have Brody in our. We always have a cunt thrown out
Yes.
there every Monday. We did not have that, but Janie said it in the comments. So thank you, Janie, for adding that
Yeah, but
Monday cunt.
The
Yeah, but-
universe
yeah, but-
said that it needed to happen.
But Janie's got to watch because her comments are getting flagged by every.
Getting removed for hate speech.
Oh, that's great. All right, gentlemen, let's talk nerdy. Is there anything to talk nerdy about? I believe there was a few things, if I'm not mistaken.
I had one small thing that I shared with Scuba Steve here because my boy is a massive, as we all know, Maniac Cop fan. Cavity Colors is having a Maniac Cop T-shirt line. I think it's coming out next month.
nice.
No,
Sweet.
Wednesday. It's coming out Wednesday.
Oh, it's Wednesday. That's it.
Ooh,
And the
it's Wednesday.
designs of the shirts look really fucking good. So Cavity Colors in general, but these really look good. Like, gotta get it. Joe, you haven't seen Maniac Cop? God fucking damn, you suck.
You've never.
Dude, the first one's awesome. Second one's
Okay.
second one's
the
probably
second-
actually better.
First one's awesome. The second one's better.
The second one's so much
And
You
better.
the
don't
third
need to
one,
watch. You
don't
don't
watch
need to
the
watch
third
the
one.
first one. You
Don't
don't
watch
need
the
to watch
third
the first one because the beginning of the first movie or the second movie is the end of the first
Oh
movie.
yeah, it was all
It's not part two.
retcon, but it was all recapped.
Yeah. Fucking
Pretty
watch
much,
part two.
yeah.
Look at this shit. Look
Dude,
at
the
that.
second one was
at that.
amazing.
Ah,
Look
I
at
told you. See, I saw that. I sent it right to Steve. I'm like, I know this boy will like it.
Fuck, you can't really see him. God damn my camera.
Damn it. It's the shiny.
I'll send it in the chat. But they're
Alrighty.
fucking man.
And definitely, a second one is definitely much better.
So, not to get a little cheesy, but Chad, you saw something nerdy. That's kind of random, right? No, maybe.
Chad,
Who?
Little
What?
sneezers.
Me?
Little sneezers. Yeah.
Oh,
I was trying to lead
Yeah,
with the cheesy. I was hoping you were going to
Sorry,
grab that.
I did. Sorry, I'm trying to mess with the settings on my phone to try. But yeah, so Little Caesars is having this tie-in with the Batman with this pizza it combines two of our favorite things: a pizza and a calzone.
Hey, a pizza calzone.
Except for it's
A pizza calzone. It's a bat-shaped pizza calzone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we don't have any of those anywhere close to us, so it's probably something I'm not going to get to try anyway.
I have.
I can't
not go to it because
I can't.
I'm 36, man. I can't handle that shit no more, bro.
Listen, I'm a Jersey boy. I can't have that kind of pizza shit. It's either made by a little man.
The real thing.
It's either made by a little man called Luigi, or it ain't real.
Yo, listen, in college, a $5 pizza, dude, was fan-fucking-tastic. That's 2 meals right there for $5. It was great.
No, yeah.
It's like, or if you were just that, like, you know, hung, like, drunk or high, or just, like, full pizza, bag of crazy bread. You know, you were full for under $10, but, whew, man, you were on the toilet for, like, 8 hours.
Sometimes you need a shitty pizza to appreciate the good pizza.
Yeah, that's why you get a good gas station pizza, because they're still good, but they're still not like real.
I can't do gas station pizza because it's never. I like a crispy pizza. Like I like a crispy crust.
Wait, you guys don't have like any of the places that have those like sweet like roll through fire things that make
but it doesn't come out
crispy?
like super crispy. Like it's still kind of like I like a crispy crust.
There is a gas station down by where I used to work. There's a gas station down by where I used to work that had the best breakfast pizza you'll ever have.
Fuck it, hey, dude. Breakfast pizza is it's always funny, man, because you know how kids will always ask you like random questions like, oh, what's your favorite this? So my daughter's always like, what's your favorite food? I'm like, it's pizza. She's like, why is it always pizza? I'm like, because I could make so many different variations of pizza and never get sick of it. Wouldn't give a shit. Like
that's true.
Yep.
From breakfast to normal to taco to fucking dude, like we've made some like chili cheese dog pizzas and shit at the old shop back in the day, man. We made a nice Chicago style, but it was like with chicken and everything because we wanted to do turkey because it was a Thanksgiving variation.
Oh.
Like, yeah.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I've done a breakfast pizza where we use like a biscuit, like biscuits for the crust, and then gravy instead of sausage. Like, it's fucking good. And Joe,
I think
I'm down, Joe.
One of the best pizzas ever made was I made like a white pizza. It had like a butter and garlic sauce. I threw some scallops and some shrimp on it. That was fantastic.
Really? Interesting.
So good.
Interesting. All right, gentlemen. So instead of just fucking fiending over pizza here, what else nerdy are we talking about?
So, I have one little one. Marvel Studios, one of their supervisors teases that the Black Knight will appear in Blade. Kit Harington's character will appear in the Blade movie. So
cool. I mean, they're kind of setting that up.
Yeah, which they did at the end of Eternals.
I still have yet to watch that, dude.
Same.
I don't know why. It's just
it's the one I'm least looking forward to because I just
I feel like I need to watch it because I've watched every other fucking Marvel movie, but Marvel I just don't want
League.
to.
That's all it is. It's Marvel Justice League.
I'm not gonna. I don't care.
Wait. But Snyder Cut Justice League or fucking weed and shit?
Every character that is an Eternal has pretty much similar powers to everybody that's on the Justice League.
Yeah, because you have a Superman character, you have a Flash, you have a Wonder Woman.
You have a Wonder Woman character. Like, it's
Justice
literally
Society.
Yeah. And then one more thing, Fight Club, a movie I love. They just got,
I don't know what that is.
20 years after it premiered in theaters, it just got a brand new ending that was never released on some Chinese streaming service. So it's got a completely different, brand new ending. That
so they don't throw the dick in there at the end?
I have no idea.
I'm curious now.
I just want to say our Bob does not have bitch tits, but I do.
I do not. I have
me too.
Right. Fucking A. Oh my goodness. Anything else, nerdy gentlemen?
Since you brought that up, we may as well say rest in peace to Mr. Meatloaf, who passed away.
Yep.
I've been blaring Meatloaf for the past few days.
I sang the fuck out of "I Would Do Anything for Love." Drunk as fuck.
Yes, his name was Robert Paulson. Yep.
That's right. But we also need to shout out Louis Anderson, who also passed the same day as Meatloaf.
He was such a fucking...
So it sucks getting older because all the people you grew up with fucking croaked. You know, man. Not trying to be insensitive. Unfortunately, that is just life. But
Yeah, and you know what the worst
Rest in
part is?
power,
I had 2 times I should have fucking met Meatloaf.
you know what it was?
Well, I saw him at Steel City Con. Luckily.
I know, and I'm
sent me a
kicking myself.
Meatloaf gif earlier that day, and then 12 hours later he died. I actually said she kind of jinxed it, maybe. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed because I was excited that he was coming back in April because everybody that met him said how nice he is and he's a great guy. And I was going to say if he was coming back in April, I'm going to meet him. And then
You know, and the weird part is, I was in line next to his table. Like he was on the right side. The line was over here going in, and he was just talking so nice to anybody and everybody. He got excited when people like came up to them. Like he was a sweetheart of a guy.
He was talking to even if you weren't paying to like meet him, he didn't care. He was still talking to people, and it was and because I didn't pay to meet him, and I got to talk to him for like a quick second. You know what I mean? And that was like, honestly, one of the coolest things was actually getting to meet somebody who my dad used to have his fucking records and shit, you know?
Dude. Bad Out of Hell 1 and 2.
Fuck
everybody had Bad Out of Hell. I swear to God. Everybody's parents had it.
Oh, of course, dude.
And I'll tell you, one of my favorite...
That's such an iconic album cover, too.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
It's one of the best-selling albums of all time.
Mm-hmm.
It's number 4. And one of my favorite songs that I don't think gets a lot of credit, but it really needs to. It's There's Not a Dry Eye in the House. That I think is one of his most
good one.
epic. That's an epic track from him.
I hate to say it, but my favorite Meatloaf song.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing about the chat, dude.
Eb, that was a good one, Eb.
It was.
I applaud you on that, man. That was great. You in the
for
chat,
you audio listeners. I'm just gonna say.
Y'all need to
apologize in advance. This chat has been blowing up. I can't even read the shit to you guys because it's been going so fast. Usually we try to read this shit off, but oh my god.
Janie can have a gun, but Michael gets hit and we don't. I don't care. So, sorry.
Fuck it. Hey.
What were you saying, Chad? Your favorite song?
Yeah, my favorite song is actually the one he did for Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, fuck yeah!
Because that song was. I love that song, and of course, every time I hear it, I think of the first time I saw Rocky Horror was at a midnight showing.
So
nice.
Fantastic. We always have a production of the Rocky Horror here, and as I'm sure other towns do as well. And I've always wanted to audition for Eddie, but I just don't have the balls to do it because I'm not a theater kid. I just love singing, but I'm like, you know what? Last year I'm going to audition. I didn't because I didn't do it. I got scared, didn't do it. I'm going to fucking do it this year and I'm going to go audition to fucking
man, can you imagine how many people are going to want to play Eddie now?
Well, fuck them. I can do it. I got this. It's mine. I'm making it happen.
See, now you guys went through all that. I instantly was, I know this is like probably a random ass one, but I was actually thinking about Kickapoo with fucking Tenacious D.
Yes.
Because that's where my head goes because I'm fucking huge Tenacious D fan. So
you disobeyed my order, son. How were you ever born? Fuck yeah. Mine's probably Paradise, and it's a long ass song, but Paradise by the Dashboard Light. Like that's such a great fucking. I mean, and the story told in it is just like so great. Like fuck yeah. But yeah, may he rest in peace.
Yes.
Yeah, not a and the song held true. Not a dry eye in the house.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. So Meatloaf and Mr. Loaf and Louis Anderson.
Yeah,
and, we lost Chad Daddy.
Oh no, not Chad.
Chad, no.
No, we didn't lose Chad Daddy.
What was going on? I lost everything.
You froze like this. You froze like this though.
Nice.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, right. It was a good it was a good freeze frame. All right, is there anything else nerdy we got to talk about tonight, or are we going to wrap this shit up?
I just want to remind everyone that the deluxe Ghostbusters set comes out next Tuesday.
Yes, it
if
does.
you're lucky enough to grab one. I've been hanging on to my Christmas money for that.
Yo, I'm not going to lie. Just check Best Buy, Target, all them shits. They'll
have them.
Yeah.
They'll have it.
Just like the Friday 13th shit, dude.
Yeah, the pre-sale sold out because they only allowed a certain amount, but they'll still have it.
The clap.
Oh,
got the clap.
Funny enough that you brought up Ghostbusters, and I don't think we talked about this last week, but it kind of whatever, dude. So with the whole new like Spangler shit and everything, the wands stopped making, but they pre-ordered the wands. Or now the new pre-orders are all set for the new wands. However, I don't know where this fucking change came from.
The orange.
somebody decided that the proton gun, or there's many different names, neutrino wand, whatever. I don't want to get like killed by a bunch of GB people. Yeah. Apparently it looks too close to a shotgun or something like that. So
It's
it needs
such
an orange
bullshit.
fucking tip now.
Yeah, but you know what? It's gonna be an easy enough modification.
I know, because that's the problem. Because like that's what I was gonna say is half of these people are freaking out about this shit, and then there's other half of the GB community that literally has an army of fucking silver Sharpies because that's how they distress their proton packs and their gear. So it's like, oh wow, 30 seconds of this.
Cool.
Problem fucking fixed.
I've already started modding mine, so
that or people will just 3D print the correct one.
Yeah, dude. Like it. I would love to be at the discussion table though that even had to come up, so they had to change that with production. You know what I mean? Like it's just like really. Like now, will say in all the years I've ever suited up, there has been 2 times I've gotten stopped by police because they wanted to check out what the fuck was on my back because they were like, this looks kind of technical. I'm like, well, thank you for that. Like, I'll take that as a compliment. Like, so, but at the same time, I've never been stopped at a con because they thought it was a gun.
Well,
I just want to say so.
Yeah.
Come on.
And I don't think it's that big of an issue. It's somebody had to have said something, Hasbro being a toy company.
Yeah, it was just some bullshit crap, dude.
But it'll all work out, man.
It was just like the Nintendo gun having to change orange back in the fucking days. But anything else nerdy, gentlemen? Or
there is another company that's coming off the Proton Pack too. Do you guys remember what it is?
Yeah. Did you see the price? Okay, so it was 500 bones. It's a full proton pack with the gun. It has its own weird modified Alice frame on it. It's not an actual Alice frame. I feel like 500 for that pack personally seems a little high.
Yeah.
But until somebody gets it and does a breakdown on it, I'm just taking a guess.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
again, the price could come down on it too. So originally when the deluxe set was announced, it was 150, and like immediately it dropped down to 100.
Yeah.
So expect the price to drop. I would be surprised if it doesn't.
Well, like I said, it all depends on. I mean, it's supposed to be a 1 scale, and it all depends on there was actually metal toggle switches on the wand and everything like that. So they might be putting some decent stuff on it. It's hard to tell.
It could be, but nobody knows anything else about it, really.
You've only seen fucking production photos, so that can be doctored however the fuck you want, regardless. So, all right, gentlemen, I think that is plenty enough for today's episode. So, Scuba, do you want to start us out, and we'll go counterclockwise out this mother?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host with the ghost, the prince of the paranormal, the one, the only Lord Scuba Cabra, saying, see you later, motherfuckers.
This is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy, saying, I will see you next week, hopefully with a better internet connection.
This is your Killing Machine, Bobby Moan, saying, be up with some updates next week on cosplays and shows. Stick around.
Yeah, buddy. And I'm your Fluffmaster Supreme, Big Johnny D, saying, adios, Gorehounds, and stay fresh cheese bags.
Yeah.